Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Another episode of the Detour Podcast. And there was a lot of concern at the start of the Vuelta. Would if you get to the finish line, but he's not the concern at the moment. I'm in the box, Johnny.
Yeah, you mightn't make it to the finish of the Vuelta, but I'm storming home, mate. Storming.
Yeah, but as you know with me, Johnny, just tough as nails. Get a job to do. Just roll the sleeves up. But it was a pretty good stage. Mads Pedersen before the start was. Well, they didn't know if a break could go all the way, yeah?
It was funny. When I spoke to the big hitters, they all felt it wouldn't happen. The break wouldn't happen because of it was two circuits with the same climb. And he said it's both Jai and Ben felt that in the end, the break just wouldn't get clear and they'd race it out. And Trek went around, told everyone they were chasing him down. So everyone just got a bit shy on jumping up the road because the new Trek was chasing for Mads, and they delivered.
And feel sorry for our mate Fred Wright, second again.
Yeah, and not only that, he's got the biggest whack from Primoz Roglic saying
what
caused him to crash. Well, evidently, when Primoz went back, Fred was coming through and caught his handlebar, and down he went. So Fred wouldn't talk about it after the stage. They were releasing tonight. Bahrain were releasing their version.
It's a shame the sheriff isn't at the race. He would have had something to say on it. You want to get a quote out of him.
Well, Ashley, their media guy, he's top guy, actually, and he's not afraid to have. But why would you have a war with Primoz Roglic? He feels that it was a racing incident. I think they'll just try and simmer it down.
Yeah. And obviously, with the Queen's passing away, there was a minute's silence before the start, Johnny.
Yeah, it was quite well done and quite poignant, actually. And the whole place, we're in Spain, remind you, the Spanish and the English royalty used to have a few battles over the years, but there's a strong royal connection, and the place was deathly quiet.
Yeah, it's a good tribute, and obviously the Tour of Britain has been cancelled. Or the final few stages?
Yeah, cancelled, and all the football this weekend, which has upset more bombs than anyone. All the top footy games.
That's it for Richie Porte's career then. That was his last race.
Yeah, didn't get to finish it the way he would have wanted to or expected, and go out with all the accolades and the pats on the back, and which is a real shame. But anyway. Maybe we can talk him into coming back and doing one last ride up Wollonga.
Just milk the cow again. All right, well, we've got two batches of pre-race interviews. Here's the first batch before the start of stage 19.
Just a quick one, Ben. I was going to give you a rest today, but you were very angry at yourself yesterday. You called it stupid. On reflection, what do you think?
Upon reflection, actually, it wasn't that bad of a ride, to be honest. I think I just could have been a little bit more calm in a couple of moments, but clearly had some good legs. But it wasn't really a climb that you can make the difference on. It also turned into kind of headwind in sections, so that's why I kind of bunched up and we slowed down. And it was a weird climb, actually.
Tomorrow should be a climb that suits you even more, so we're all very much looking forward to that, especially I think you would be.
Yeah, I mean, first today. I think you can't be slow today. You have to be able to be pretty reactive. I think it's going to be pretty chaotic on the first 30 Ks.
Good luck, mate.
No worries, man.
Good morning, Rob. It's terrible circumstances for Jay, mate.
Yeah, it was a really unlucky crash yesterday, and everyone in our team is pretty disappointed. We have two stage victories under our belts. That's a really positive thing, but it's really bad it's not a good thing to lose the polka dot jersey. So yeah, it wasn't the best day for us yesterday.
I'm having trouble hearing with all this, of course. But how is he? Has he got a broken wrist?
He has a big cast on his arm. I don't think the wrist is broken, but he has a lot of stitches and a big cut on his arm.
What's the plan for today?
Yeah, it's turning into a bit of a long week, isn't it? Today is a bit of a shorter stage actually with circuits. Not a lot of climbing, but two main climbs, and I think it'll be a really aggressive day being so short.
So it'd be an opportunity if you get up the road and sort of survive over it. It'd be an opportunity.
For me, or maybe, yeah. I think we'll be trying to set up Lucas or Lawson into the breakaway. It could take a while to go, but I think it'll be these sort of guys aiming for a result today.
Lawson going into breakaway, that'd be something strange, eh?
Yep. It's pretty antisocial, isn't he, at the moment? Doesn't want to spend much time with us.
I see they must have heard about his antisocial activities in Australia because he's having trouble getting his visa through, I see.
Yeah, they don't think he's going to leave. I think he's going to stay till down under.
Morning, Chris. A couple of days into the mountains. Devastating for you guys again with Robert getting so close. That was a wonderful ride, but he was amazing afterwards. Like, no, well, that's the way it goes.
Yeah, it was a great ride by Robert, and especially, we had to switch our focus here and go from the goal of trying to win the red jersey to just take as much opportunity as we can each day.
Yeah, today looks like a stage, a really good stage for breakaway. You'd almost guarantee that. Is there a chance for you to get up the road, do you think?
Yeah, it definitely looks like a good day for the breakaway. You never know what the GC guys are going to do, but I imagine it'll be a day for the break. And yeah, like I said, as a team, we're just going to look for the opportunity where we can. So if we can get a couple guys in the breakaway like we did yesterday, I think that's perfect.
Devastating day for Australia yesterday with Jay crashing out when inside of Madrid and the polka dot jersey.
Yeah, it's a real disappointment, especially for him. He's been riding so well, so strong, and looked like he was going to hold on to that jersey. So yeah, disappointing for him, and I hope he recovers well, and I'm sure you'll see plenty more of him.
Yeah, today I'd already looked at as a possible chance. It depends what the GC guys do, but yesterday was a bit of a surprise to see UAE. I was sort of towards the back of the bunch, and I started seeing everyone sprinting, and I was a bit like, what's going on here? But no, they played their cards pretty well yesterday, so maybe another team will try something today, but yeah, otherwise it's full breakaway attempt and see what happens.
And just reflecting back on the race as a whole and as a whole season, what's like your reflections on the whole process, the whole season?
Oh, I'm so happy, I've to come to be in 2 Grand Tours and be at the front the way I have been. I think it's a step in the right direction. So, no, already looking forward to the next seasons.
Yeah, and obviously this week the World's team was announced, and you got sort of the leadership role. How's your thoughts for that coming forward?
Yeah, it's nice, because we got me and Ethan there. So Ethan, it's kind of the plan is for him, sort of to go for him, but then I'm kind of in the maybe an early move or sort of suss out the situation. So we got a strong team and a bit of an underdog team, I think, but I think we should smash it, hopefully.
Do you think not having Tom on the team makes any difference, or?
Yeah, it's a shame he's not on the team, but I think he's got good reasons not to be part of it, and I think he's for sure. There's plenty more World Championships to come where we'll all be racing together, and at some point one of us is going to be a world champion. I think we've got such strong riders in the British, such strong British riders at the moment. So yeah.
And you had your contract renewed recently for quite a long time. Must give you quite a lot of confidence for the future.
Yeah, it takes a lot of stress away. I was obviously gutted to not win stages here, maybe, but I've got plenty more opportunities to come.
I've been really enjoying this Vuelta, but I've picked you for today, so you could be in trouble. I've got it wrong most days.
Yeah, I've seen a few people have, and I don't know if they've seen that we do go up a climb that's like 9k at 5. You know, like we are climbing for 18 kilometers twice today, so who knows what the legs are going to be like. But yesterday I chilled as much as I could on the last climb, thinking about today. So hopefully we start with some good legs.
Yeah, it's the first batch of pre-race interviews, and good to see Freddie's got the leadership role at the Gong, Iffy.
It's a good course for him too. The form he's got, he's been one of the bright lights of this Vuelta, and he's finishing it strong, like Lawson Craddock, who's finishing it so strong. It's a shame Mads Pedersen not coming because he could win on that course. But anyway, that's the way it goes. But Fred will be up there. Interesting to hear what he has to say about those whack he got from Primoz today.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be. He'll have some sort of insight, and it'll probably be pretty comical. Here's the second batch of interviews where he caught up with Jai Hindley and Luke Plapp.
Yeah, congratulations. It's a great ride yesterday stage. You're obviously getting towards the end of the Grand Tour, and you're proving that you're a true Grand Tour rider.
Oh yeah, I mean, normally the third week is like my favourite, so yeah, it's nice to continue that trend, and I don't know, still feel all right like in the third week here. So
just take us through the last couple of kilometres of yesterday's stage.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like the steepest climb. It was quite fast. So it was in the end, it was really tactical. You know, you could save quite a lot of energy on the wheel, and in the end, it was it was just very tactical, and guys going, some guys chasing, no one wanting to lose their spot on GC, etc., etc. So it was. I don't know. It was a really hard final actually. But yeah, I don't know. Happy to be up there for a fourth. I don't know. Keep trying. Maybe today. I don't know how we'll go. But yeah, tomorrow's also another day as well. So
today obviously looks very much like a breakaway day. Do you reckon you get a chance to get into it?
Yeah, I mean it's 135k, so I think it's going to go pretty quick. Actually, I think I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if there was no breakaway at all today. I think it would be a super aggressive day of racing. I mean, there's today and tomorrow, like sort of like the last hard days of the race left. I think a lot of teams will be all in, and this will make for some pretty hectic racing.
And tragic news for Australia yesterday with Jay crashing out. We're all devastated, but all the Aussies in the race, I guess you are too.
Yeah, it's a real shame, you know. I mean, he had a great race and was probably going to take home the KOM jersey, so I'm really feeling for him, you know. But yeah, in saying that, you know, he had 2 great wins, and you know, hopefully he takes a lot of confidence out of that, because he's shown the cycling world that he's a force to be reckoned with, you know. So props to him. So
Happy?
Hey mate.
Well, we're here for the Flap report. Firstly, how was Carlos after his crash?
He's a warrior, mate. It was pretty inspiring, to be honest, to see what he did yesterday, and look, he didn't have the greatest night.
Oh, I've stuffed it up. With, oh no! I've accidentally stopped the video. We can't play it now. Can you just summarise what he said?
Well, he talked about Carlos and how good he was. And then the guy next to me, the Belgian journo, asked him some fantastic questions about his future, the fact that he and Remco ran first and second in the World Junior time trial title a few years ago at the same age, and the trajectory that Remco's going, and where Luke thinks he'll go, and how he thinks he wants to go more on the track for now. He really wants to race the Olympics in Paris in the tennis pursuit, and then he'll think about his Grand Tour aspirations in the future. So it was a really interesting interview you just chopped off.
Sorry, mate. I told you. I'm just going to limp to the finish line, folks. Let's take a quick drinks break. We'll be back with plenty more detail to come.
Look at this bike. You think it's just a bike, right? But it's not. It's a bike. 374 people are looking at. This guy, this girl, them, all looking at it. People from here, there, and wherever this is. People that are looking for a bike. Or just a piece of it. Amateurs, semi-amateurs, and pro-amateurs. This guy wants this bike, but with this crank and these bars. This could be the perfect match. But not this one. This girl has a bike to sell, and thousands of people might purchase it. Eyes on Bikes help grow small businesses. His, hers, yours, and the latest data and insights help those businesses keep moving. We are the world's #1 bike marketplace, with over 500,000 products and 900 brands, where buyers and sellers are brought together in a place where a bike is never just a bike. Bike Exchange, where the world buys, sells, learns, and rides.
Bike Exchange, Iffy.
Well, you know, we always talk about just how great a company they are, and they support cycling, and jump on the line. You can buy any bike you like. But they are special. The two young guys, Sam and Jason, who started it, I know really well, two absolute legends. And, you know, they had an idea, and they've turned this little Australian company into a worldwide phenomenon, really. So jump on board. You want a bike? Any bike, mountain bike, mountain bike, an e-bike, track bike, road bike, you name it. Bike Exchange will get it for you.
All right. Well, let's have a look at the interviews you got post the finish of stage 19.
It's all about tomorrow now in the GC. We expect Sunday to be a bunch sprint. What about tomorrow? What can you tell us about that final?
Yeah, it's going to be a very hard stage, but I think the first category run comes after 25k, and there's like from the top to the next climb is like the first category climb is like 100k's, but there's still two second category climbs in between. So yeah, it might go all the way, you know. Maybe there's no even a breakaway tomorrow. Just keep jumping. But I have only one guy to focus on tomorrow.
And that's the bike of Enric.
Yes, Enric Mas. I think that's my... I mean, I don't like to race like that, but I will be a shadow tomorrow.
There's one more thing, because in 2015, probably you don't remember, but it was Tom Dumoulin against Fabio Aru, and on the similar stage like tomorrow, Dumoulin lost it, not because of the parcours, but because of tactical moves by Astana. Are you thinking those teams, Astana, Movistar, having tactical surprises maybe for you?
Yeah, that can be possible, but then it's just up to me to deal with the stress and with the situation. But yes, I don't know what the situation was back in 2015 in the GC, but I think now it's me, Enric 2 minutes 7, and then it's already more than 5 minutes, so it's quite a big gap. So yeah, I mean, if a guy goes and he's riding 4 minutes ahead of us, it's not up to me to close, because I think Enric also wants to stay in second position at least. So yeah, I think it would be. I mean, it would be quite a nightmare if we both lose the race, you know.
So stay in the wheel with Enric and then you're clear.
Yeah, but that's
not that easy.
No, exactly. It's not easy to stay in Enric Mas's wheel.
There's been a lot of speculation about the visa stuff for the UCI. What's your status? What is that doing your head in?
Oh yeah, I mean, of course, it's been a big stressor. I applied about a month ago for a visa, and actually yesterday just got denied. We're still working on exploring all of our options, and there's still a little bit of hope. And yeah, I'm supposed to my flight to Australia is on Monday, and so I'm definitely come down to the wire, but I'm hoping I'll be there in Australia.
Does that play in your mind?
Absolutely. I mean, I love to sit here and 100% focus on the Vuelta the last couple of weeks, but the amount of time I spent on the phone with the immigration office on these transfers to the bus, trying to work out what's going on or whatnot, it's definitely been a big stressor. But yeah, I think fortunately once I get on the bike, I'm able to kind of hammer it out, and maybe it's even provided a bit more motivation to go harder.
Yeah, I didn't have great legs today. I already knew from the first time when he went in the breakaway right in the start, could feel already I wasn't going to be on a good one. I think it's just 19 days catching up with you, and then not having a great day, hot on the climb, suffering, all those things. Then I also didn't believe it was going to come back. Like, I kind of wrote myself off a little bit. I thought they were going to attack up that last of that climb, but obviously they kept it together. I think everyone's under the pump, and myself included. But chapeau to Peterson. You know, took the bull by the horns, delivered for the boys. So I mean, yeah, kudos team.
Under the pump, how so?
Under the pump.
You said everybody's under the pump.
Well, everyone's under the pump. Points, the race. I mean, we've had 19 difficult stages here. We've had, the heat. Guys are struggling out there for sure. I think you can see it even in the race today. I thought there'd be a lot more attacks, and there wasn't. I think everybody's really, really just trying to get through to Madrid now.
Thanks, Daryl.
Thank you.
Daryl Madsen is a rider with, I guess, similar characteristics to you. I mean, how impressive is the way that they've just taken it on and really backed him in this Vuelta a España?
Well, he's obviously got confidence from winning the previous stages. So for sure, I think winning breeds winning. So obviously his team backed him, and they had nothing to lose today. So when I looked at the climb, I thought, the second time we go around here, I think it's going to go bananas. But I think everyone is tired. So yeah,
a lot of weary bodies out there on the climb today. Did you see?
Yeah, I mean, I could see everything from where I was because I was getting dropped. But a lot of the guys were. Look, I think a lot of guys are hanging on there, and like ourselves included, and many other teams, we haven't got a lot out of this race. So I think a lot of guys are just hanging on and hoping for the best here at the end.
Just the last one, mate. There's a strong, there's a story on the website's strong suggestion that they're going to make it 20 teams for next year, for the next 3 years in the World Tour.
Well, look, it only makes sense. I mean, it would have been nice if they came up with this answer, 5 months ago, because it's just put everybody under the pump. The team, riders are stretched, the team staff is stretched, the team budget is stretched, and that could have been avoided. I think now they come back and say there's going to be 20 teams is great, but it's come at a price, I think, for a lot of teams, and a lot of teams have had to dig into their resources big time to try and do this. And also we've eliminated, the smaller races where the other teams are up and coming, they're getting such good riders coming to these races, which is great for the event, but it really gives the smaller teams not a chance to win those races as well. So they kind of shot themselves in the foot. Look at the World Championships. You're not getting teams are not sending their best riders. Teams are not letting their riders go. So it's kind of like they want the best World Championships, but now they've kind of shot themselves in the foot.
Maybe that's part of it. Maybe that was the twisting point for UCI when people weren't going to come to the UCI.
Well, it's all good now if they are doing that, but it's too much too late.
Now, we spoke to you earlier, and you were commenting or joking about your age, but you're just about to finish another Grand Tour, and you're still looking pretty good.
I'm getting through okay. Look, I expect more of myself, to be honest. I would have liked to have got a result. Look, I came second and things like that, but there's other stages that have suited me. The one stage I punched just before the final, so that was a bit unfortunate. So, but really, I just didn't have what I needed to have to win here. So, if that's age, maybe. But I gave the best preparation I could to come into this race. So I can't be down on myself about that. But yeah, it is creeping up on me.
I'm sure you're going to be doing another Grand Tour next year, mate.
Probably, but we'll wait and see. If this is my last, it's an average memory.
Good on you, mate.
Cool, thanks.
Okay, there's the post-race interviews. A couple of live comments. Andy Matthews says, "Good morning, guys. More great interviews. Looking forward to seeing you in Wollongong. Rode the course on Thursday and think that it might be a bit tough for Fred Wright with Matthew Van der Poel and Wout van Aert there." He said, "The Mount Pleasant climb on the final circuit is short but brutal." Simon Knowles says, "Mads Pedersen is racing really well. Could be a smoky for the Worlds. Bling's still my pick." Talking about Bling, he's had a great result running second in the Quebec one-day race, which carries a lot of points, Johnny.
Yeah, well, they're going to need them because after the interview I just did, we see that it's all changed.
Benoit Cosnefroy got the chockies.
Yeah, he just jumped clear. Great rider, Bling, though, as you say, and they need those points desperately because it looks like they're going to enforce that. I think it'll be a whole stack of legal battles with the UCI, and I don't know why they didn't accept that proposal that was put to them to just make it the extra team. Yeah. Sam has just come in and said UCI just did a release saying that they plan to stick with the relegation promotion system. Yeah, Andy Hood broke that story on Cycling Tips as well. So there was that big rumor. It was put to them about it's accepting the full 20 teams, not 18, which means no relegation for 3 years. But no, they've knocked it the heads. It's going to continue. So the battle is still on.
And great result for Grace Brown, winning stage 3 of the Sarah Tizet Challenge by La Vuelta.
Sir de Zit, it's close
Sir
to
de Zit?
it, something like that. It's like
Sarah
squeeze a zit. Yeah, so a great ride for Grace Brown, but our Anna Meek is still very much in control.
Yep. Let's have a look at stage 20. I hope I've got the right profile.
You have, and it's a monster. It's not a summit finish, but it virtually is. They go up a really steep first climb and then 5K flat to the finish. And I think it won't be a break tomorrow. The big boys. This is the last chance for Enric Mas, and Movistar will be on the front, giving it everything, but they're not going to get rid of Remco tomorrow. So it'll be a great stage, and you'll see the big hitters will be racing it out. And I can tell you that the two Aussies are in great form, and they're in with a real show tomorrow.
Who's your tip, Jai Hindley or Ben O'Connor?
I think it'll be 4 or 5, maybe 6 or 7 left with lots of attacks, and I think Jai is slightly quicker, but either one of them, the two Aussies, I think are going to be racing it out.
We could move up a few spots because it's pretty tight from sort of 6th place through to 10th. I mean, there's 6 minutes from.
I don't think they're worrying about that. Actually, when you talk to them, they're both top 10. They're happy. They want a stage win. They both do, and they'll be really racing for it. And as you know, I caught up with one of the legendary journos, Alistair Fotheringham, which we haven't had time to run tonight because of all that happened, but we are going to try and run it over the next couple of days. Or if not, we'll have him on live because he's such an interesting cat.
Yeah, for sure. Great job with the interviews. Congratulate Bazzy. Only a couple of stages to go. Thanks for the support, guys. YouTube.com/The Detour Podcast. We'll be back again 6:30 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. You going to shut it down now, Effie, or kick on, mate?
Yeah. No. I can see you're ready to go. You gave poor old Alistair the flick. So, but
mate, I'm digging deep.
No. It's been an amazing Vuelta, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow's stage. It's going to be an absolute ripper.
All right, well, stay tuned. We'll be back again tomorrow. Cheers.